Time now for our Rants and Raves. Once again, we're coming to you from the WGBH studio at the Boston Public Library. Starting with you, Dan.
I have a rant for the U.S. Department of Justice, and we've been here before. But recently, a federal judge ruled that AT&T would be able to acquire Time Warner, and the White House had opposed this. I should say the Justice Department had opposed this. Well, the Justice Department has decided to appeal. Now, normally I would say good. This merger is arguably bad for competition, bad for consumers, but it really seems to be predicated on the Trump White House's animus toward CNN, which is part of Time Warner, because the Department of Justice has no problem whatsoever with Disney acquiring 21st Century Fox, which would benefit President Trump's friend Rupert Murdoch. Now, in this case, if the deal to acquire Time Warner goes down, it's possible that Rupert Murdoch will be able to pick up the pieces and acquire at least CNN and maybe some of the other properties for itself. So it's a big, complicated deal, but it sounds like special pleading on behalf of Rupert Murdoch.
And they were told to stay out of it, too.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, Adam.
I want to rant for something that John Roberts of Fox News did earlier today at a press conference with Theresa May and Donald Trump, and I believe we have some video that we can take a look at.
CNN's fake news. I don't take questions. I don't take questions from CNN. CNN is fake news. I don't take questions from CNN. John Roberts of Fox. Let's go to a real. Let's go to a real network. John, let's go.
Well, we're a real network too, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President.
So what we just saw there was President Trump refusing to take a question from Jim Acosta of CNN, saying, no, I'm not going to do that, you're fake news. Going to John Roberts of Fox, who failed to get his colleague from another network's back, failed to say, no, Mr. President, CNN has a right to ask a question. Why don't we give Jim Acosta a shot? And instead, he did exactly what the president wanted him to do. As many people have pointed out, when the Obama administration tried to freeze out Fox News, reporters from other networks came to their defense. That didn't happen here. John Roberts then put out a statement subsequently, which was a really weak statement, made no mention of Jim Acosta, said, it's not fair to paint everyone at CNN.
There's some good reporters
there are some good reporters there.
Didn't John Roberts used to work there?
Yes, he did.
Yes.
And his wife used to work there, too,
Yeah.
I believe.
I think they got booted out together. He's probably still bitter towards CNN.
Kind of a pathetic response, and not what we need right now.
Yeah. That's bad. That was bad. Callie.
I have a rave for Commonwealth Magazine. It's 20 years, been in print, always been a print publication going all digital. They published their last issue recently, and they took some time to come to this decision. They did some surveys of their readers and found out only 10% were doing print. Even the people who enjoyed the print publication were reading online, and then also found out that 63% of everybody said they would read it all digital if it was all digital. So it's painful transition for a publication that has always felt good about its print history, but I thought they handled it well, and they'll still be around, so that's what's important.
It's a great move. Yeah. I never look at the print edition. I look at the digital stuff all the time.
There you go. Josh.
Quick rant for something else that happened earlier today when the Mueller investigation had a new round of indictments to issue this morning. The Department of Justice called a press conference, and they decided to live stream it. Many news organizations did. A woman who worked at the Justice Department came out and said, okay, this is the press release. These are the indictments we're about to issue, but this is under embargo for the next few minutes, so don't tell anybody.
My God.
Unfortunately, this was being live streamed, so every reporter just stood up and started saying, hey, wait a minute, 12 Russians and right into the live stream that was being broadcast to everyone involved in politics. So
this embargo thing is nonsense.
Reporters know what it means. When they like it when other people get caught on a hot mic, but basically every reporter in the Justice Department got caught on one today.
All right, well, I have a really terrific rave. I want to start by raving for Alan Dershowitz for providing us with absolutely the most delicious summer diversion that could possibly happen, with his whining over how he's been shunned on Martha's Vineyard because of his defense of Donald Trump not being impeached. But then I have a rant for the New York Times for printing 4 stories about this whining from Alan Dershowitz, including they had 8 reporters, 6 different desks, and who else knows? And then I have to give a rave, finally, to Dean Baquet, who, with tongue-in-cheek, kind of admitted, we probably went a little overboard on the story. But I couldn't get enough of it. They had it on the front page.
And it ain't over.
No, that's
More to come.